Hey guys, it's Ellie. I am doing a book haul. I figure this channel the point of making it is for me to make content that I would want to watch. So that's what I'm doing. Yeah, obviously this channel is not sponsored. I just want to put out there that I bought all of these books with my own money that I work for, so great. There's about 15 books or so, I think. 15? There's a lot. There's a lot of books. So I'm just gonna kind of go through each one, say why I bought it, say what I'm excited about, and bam, we got a video. Book number 1, Outlander by Diana Gabaldon. Diana Gabaldon? I watched the series on Netflix, or the start of the series. I have watched most of season 1. I fell in love with it. If you haven't seen it, watch it. Probably read the book first, like I did not, but I'm excited. It's thicker than I initially thought it was gonna be, but I think it will be a page turner for sure. So, book number 2 is The Dirty Book Club by Lacey Harris. Obviously, I got this from Barnes & Noble, the cheap bin. I'm actually very excited to read this book as well. It's called The Dirty Book Club. I think I already said that actually. It's basically just about women reading dirty books, and you know, life goes on around them, but they just kind of make it work. They bond over books. That's the kind of relationship I want to have. The next book that I'm very excited to read. Let me just say, I'm very excited to read all of these books. All I do is work, so it's nice to have something to look forward to every day. Reading. This one is called Beautiful Criminals by Eric Tipton and Susanna Rosenblum. I've been into, like, usually all I read is romance, which is fine because I love it, but I'm trying to step out of my genre a little bit and, you know, try and find some other things that I'm passionate about. And one of them that I found is kind of like spy mystery kind of deal. Yeah, that falls into the category. So, Beautiful Criminals. This one is a sequel with a torn cover that I got at Barnes & Noble as well. It is called Killer Instinct by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. The first one is called The Naturals, and it's basically about kid detectives, and I didn't think I was gonna like it, but I actually really liked it because it was not geared towards kids. Okay, it's not a kid book, but it's good. It's about sleuthing and solving mysteries and finding the killer, so yep. This one is called The Magicians by Lev Grossman. There was these books long ago. I think they were called Fablehaven, but I loved them. And this book, the back cover just made me feel like an adult version of Fablehaven. I don't know if I'm going to be into it, but I bought it and I'm going to read it. Next book I got is called The Wedding Party by Jasmine Guillory. I think because it's the double L, it's a Y. Guillory. This person has written a lot of books actually, many of which you can find at your local Barnes & Noble or Target. I also saw it at Target. The back just interests me. I love people who aren't supposed to be together. Oops, we made a mistake. That's what it says right here. Very pumped about that. Also, I love the cover. It has sparkles on her dress and in the words. Can you see it? This is the kind of cover that I dig 150%. It's eye-catching. Yeah. The more I'm looking at these books, the more I'm realizing how thick they are. I'm gonna be reading forever. This one is called The Paris Seamstress by Natasha Lester. This is a historical fiction. Part of it takes place in the 1940s during the World War II, and part of it takes place during present day. I have a degree in history. I like history. This one, it was in the cheap bin. It is called The Counterfeit Heiress, and love book set in the 1800s. This is probably late 1800s. Love me some Scandal, so I'm excited. This one is called The Shop on Main Street by Carolyn Brown. Now that I have this in front of me, I'm questioning why I bought it, but it seems kind of old because I'm just getting married and they're just getting a divorce. The next one was also in the cheap bin. This one is by Nelson DeMille. It's called The Cuban Affair. It's also more of that scandal, mystery, action. This isn't a usual pick for me. I'll give it a try. I only paid $5.98 for it. This one is called Less. This is about life, essentially. I wanted to say it was about a writer, but I don't think it is about a writer. Andrew Sean Greer. This guy kind of reminded me of Donald Trump, I'm not gonna lie, but I bought it anyways. This one, supposedly it's really good. I've seen it on people's Instagrams, their bookstagrams. It's about Native American culture and several characters going to a powwow. I really like the cover. It entranced me. I think sometimes when I go into Barnes & Noble, I just my mind goes blank because I just buy so many things and then I come home and I'm like, okay, that's not a usual pick for me, but I'll try it. This is one of those. I am excited. I've started this one. Not very far into it because I've been reading other things, but we'll give it a shot. This one I actually just finished, so it really shouldn't be on my book haul video. But it's called The Bone Keeper. And I suppose you could classify it as horror, mystery. I don't know if it felt like horror. I don't know, it was really good. It's basically a detective novel, but kind of like the British version of Slender Man intertwined. Yeah, The Bone Keeper by Luca Vesti is pretty good. This one is called Playing with Matches, which I also already read. It's by Hannah Orenstein. This one was super quick. It was an easy read, which I kind of enjoy because all of my previous reading is like textbooks and like newspaper articles from a bajillion years ago. But yeah, this was an easy read. It was fun because, you know, we all wish to be matchmakers, I think. Or we all try to be matchmakers, maybe for our friends. This girl did it. This one, The Bookish Life of Nina Hill. I did start it. I'm probably only 10 pages in. It's by Abby Waxman. To be honest, the first chapter didn't really thrill me, but again, we'll give it a shot. It's about a woman who loves books and doesn't love people, and if that doesn't sound any more familiar. This one I actually really wanted to read this one. It's called Pretty Nasty Lovely, and it's about a woman who joins a sorority at a college campus. And I did not have the stereotypical sorority experience, but I find the stereotypical sorority experience super fascinating, so that's why I got this one. And there's some intrigue and like mystery involved, I think. So this one, I'm 67 pages in. It is called The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle, and it's by Stuart Turton. And I got this at Target yesterday, even though I told myself I wasn't going to buy more books until I read all of these, but I bought it. Essentially, if you've seen the movie Happy Death Day, then it's kind of like that, where they keep coming back. But the character who keeps coming back comes back as different people each time, and they're trying to figure out who killed Evelyn Hardcastle. The first couple pages wasn't in love. I think I was just confused, but I'm digging it. I'm so gonna break something. So that is, I think, all of the books I bought. There might be a couple missing. I'm very excited to read some of them. Some of them I'm a little less interested in, but I will read them because I paid for them. And so, yeah. Perhaps I'll do a review on some of my favorites or least favorites coming up. Only time will tell. But thank you for watching, and see you soon.